Oh shit.
I get the feeling that was a serious social nope I just admitted to doing.
Uh, yes and no. Because yesterday. No. Not yesterday. No, yeah, well, I think
Like
it was
I would be
yesterday.
like I want to make this clear. I would watch the stream itself more often if I could. Issue is with old phone on top of running too many things at once heats up the old phone. You see why I don't want to risk an explosion.
Yes. It's just that.
But believe me, it's nothing personal. I would
I
watch
know.
more if I could.
It's just yesterday, like, all you talked about was Gundam, which I normally don't have an issue with, but I couldn't even get a word in edgewise with the.
Oh, it happened again. Dude, I'm sorry.
It's okay, man. It's okay.
I gotta learn to curb that enthusiasm and just let you do your hosting thing. Damn.
I mean, I love
Like,
the enthusiasm. It's just like,
don't let it run rampant.
it,
Understood.
yeah, and I don't want to sound like a dick either, because
You
like,
don't. It's your show.
I
Like,
know,
you don't. It's your show. You have a
but
right to be upset.
you guys are part of the show now.
Yeah, and I need to know when I'm overstepping my boundaries. So, again, I'm sorry.
We may be a part of the show, but you're the main character.
I just imagine the spotlight's on me, and I'm like trying to move the spotlight over to you guys, and they just won't budge.
Like, dude, you started this stream. It's been your show from the beginning. I respect that, and I gotta remember her more often than not when we're streaming. We are, in fact, streaming. Back when I could watch the stream more consistently, that was, easier to do. But since my phone started acting up, look, I'll try to be more considerate in the future. I am so
It's okay.
sorry.
It's okay, man. Like, I'm not mad or disappointed.
Ideally, it wouldn't have happened in the first place. Just
It just happened. It happens. I know, man. I, Believe me, I know.
so I'll try to keep the Bionicle stuff to a minimum right now.
Like when we start playing Bionicle games, you can go whole hog on Bionicle.
Are you sure about that?
Future me is gonna hate me for saying this, but yes.
I am telling you, man. Are you sure about that? It might end up the same way last stream did.
I don't know anymore.
I give you this warning as a friend and as someone who deeply regrets essentially hijacking the stream yesterday. If you let me go whole hog on Bionicle trivia in a Bionicle related stream, that I will get a word in edgewise thing will get worse.
Okay. Minimal trivia, dependent on the location.
That I can do. I could do like brief tidbits of location and character trivia.
Like, fun fact,
Like,
this is where blank died.
honestly, you wouldn't be too far off with some of the locations there are in the Takua 64 mod game.
Okay, the links are out. The scene is
mean,
live.
The Kinney Nui Temple is in there.
Oh boy. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the stream. Vegas Bear here again, joined as always by my unpaid interns, Latios and Taro. And joining us is Webb.
I don't think we're there right now.
Oh shit.
Also, when did I start wearing this Latios hat?
Did I say Latios?
Yes, you did.
Damn it!
I'll call it revenge for yesterday and say we're even.
It was completely unintentional. Fuck!
So was what happened yesterday.
You know what? Fair enough! Alright.
So again, we'll just call it even.
We're back with Miles Morales.
Alright, let's see if I can actually consistently watch this thing without overheating the phone. I say this and I realize I have an Xbox and a Switch that are both capable of running the YouTube app, and I have ran the stream on those before.
Yeah, I was about to ask, like, don't you have a Switch or Xbox?
Yeah! My brain! Babble and drool! Give me a second to set that up.
Okay. Well, last time on Miles Morales, we did a bunch of the Friendly Neighborhood apps and missions, and we did 2 side quests, and as a result, we learned that the Kingpin was the one behind a lot of the recent attacks in Harlem.
I'm told he's getting 5-star treatment in his cell, which is nicer than Jared's apartment, while his shark lawyers appeal his conviction. But it
yeah,
seems there may be some
Wilson
justice
Fisk was
in
trying to
the
attack, like, attack Harlem, and Miles wasn't having it. And we ended up getting a winter outfit for helping out, so... Oh, it's up there.
You shouldn't have come here.
Thanks for the lift, Eno one.
Ooh! Oh, missile!
This is my biggest fan. Hey guys, let me give you a couple of love cats.
So if you guys had your own Spider-Person costume, what color scheme would you end up going with?
I have no idea.
Let me just look for this thing real quick, 'cause I'm pretty sure I sent it. I'm pretty sure I've shown you, actually.
The thing where I had to send you the images of a Makemon and
Woo!
you sent me a custom Spidey in those colors.
Oh no, that was for you. I'm looking for mine.
Why are you people here?
I was assuming it was the same program.
Hmm?
I was being attacked on the other side of the rooftop. Why are you partying?
What'd you say, making one?
I said I was assuming it was the same program.
Yeah, I know.
I'm telling you,
It's-
it was the
Really?
underground
Oh.
Looking
bridge, not Spider-Man. I didn't know it
What?
was them.
Um,
Because I don't see Spider-Man, you know.
A note
ruining
for
my
Bear
universe.
for later.
I mean, he takes public
Gundam
transportation
Build
too.
Metaverse Episode 1 is live.
Yeah, Taro told me.
It's up
I
on
watched
YouTube.
it.
I haven't seen
I've
it yet.
already watched it. It's amazing.
So yeah, these
Also, kudos on the main protagonist machine for actually looking like a custom someone would have scratch built.
these people were partying while I was getting my ass handed to me by Roxxon, literally right across the roof.
I feel like there's a joke in there somewhere.
There probably is, but I'm too pissed to find it.
I got it. Was your
There we go.
your butt kicked? The party still rocks on.
Oh, fuck off.
Well, On the plus side, I managed to get the Xbox YouTube app working and the stream is on, so now that it's on TV, I can see what's going on.
Yay!
Even if it is understandably delayed.
It gets messy sometimes. It's not fun, but you do what you have to. Spider-Man!
Episode 1 was absolutely amazing. I can't wait for the other two.
I will say this much. There are a grand total of 3 mobile suits I am extremely excited to see. Those being the new Build Strike Gundam, because, you know, it's a Strike Gundam, and the Build Strike is what got me to love that machine.
That's why I showed you those images of Build Strike Kuga.
Oh yeah, I saw. I was smiling like a moron.
And the Pegasus, not Pegasus, no, yes, Pegasus, had a striker pack on. I don't know which one, but it had one.
And I better not see
If it was the green one, that was the Launcher Striker.
Yes, it was the green one.
Yeah, that sounded good.
That was the Launcher Striker then. Meant for long-range artillery and firepower bombardment.
Hey, Miles.
I can
Remember
see
when
it.
I said
Basically-
I was looking into the underground?
Basically, big honk and beam cannon go brrr.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Hi, Spider-Man. I'm Danica Carty. I'm planning a podcast series on the underground, and you're
I will never get tired of that invisibility effect.
Oh, wow. I'm a big fan. I'm actually at one of their
Speaking of Gundam and Kamen Rider.
Anyways, I do want to finish up with the things I want to see before you do.
If you disable the jammers, I can alert the police and get them shut down.
Let Taro finish his thought
Alright.
first.
Fair enough. Go ahead, Taro.
Speaking of Gundam and Kamen Riders, I was like, when you were talking about the GB, hey,
Yes,
That's
The
what
Gunpla
G-
Battle Grand Prix. Just refer to it by the long name.
Hey, so
Okay.
despite the dead zone,
while you were talking about that,
and it led me to an online
I got the idea of a joke for
Really?
Kazuto.
Have you found anything good?
They enter that world, and the idea of Kamen Riders doesn't exist. Instead, it's just Gundam.
Huh.
And
Otherwise, Kamen Riders don't actually exist. They are much like the world that some of our other riders came from, just fiction.
not even that, actually. Not even that. They don't exist at all. 1971 never happened.
What? Like the year never happened, or?
Oh, Ichigo never happened, I mean.
Oh, I was about to say, how does an entire year just not happen?
I'm like, how would we have Gundam then if not? Like, how would we have Gundam then if 71 never happened? Because Gundam started in 79. Like, how did we skip a year?
I don't know. Ask Doctor Who. Anyway.
Or One Piece?
Anyway. A joke for Kazuto. He finally gets around to an actual... if they get... I'm not saying they do, but if they go to that world, it gets to a fight and someone sees them transform. Does the catchphrase thing and pulls out Kamen Rider Nubia. And whoever sees them just goes, Nubia? What's that? Some type of new Gundam?
Or we could just do the Gundam Wing joke where someone sees the Kamen Riders and screams, "It's a gun!" Because that is a running gag, even if Gundam Wing doesn't want you to treat it like that. But like every time the Gundams showed up, someone, be it a civilian or one of Oz's soldiers or something, would scream, "It's a Gundam!" in pure absolute terror because they know they're up against plot armor incarnate.
They know they're fucked.
There. Now to find the jammer. I should be able to track the wires with my suit.
Proceed.
Wire
No,
runners.
that's all.
Probably a good
That's
place
all.
to start.
All right. So the other machines I wanted to see. There is a new version of the build burning / try burning / Kamiki burning Gundam that is going to be introduced in Build Metaverse. I believe it's called Shin Master Gundam or something to that effect.
Taking the cops off now.
Master Burning
I
Gundam,
can't
something
wait
like
to
that.
write up this
Either way,
Demons conflict for my podcast series.
it's the next evolution of one of my favorite pro
That's
tag
my
suits in a
cue.
build series, much the same way the Build Strike is. So, yeah. And the last of the three, same category, the Plutine Gundam.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Just to see the final planet armor, even if it is a dwarf planet, it counts. Of the
It never stopped
Core
being a
Gundam
planet
2.
to me, man. It never stopped being a planet to me.
Y'all, I want to say that it is a damn good thing we have the new Spider-Man.
and like
That's right.
when I saw the actual colors of the Core Gundam 2 itself that comes in that version of the kit, I'm like, you know, it's unusual, but I actually kind of like it.
Harlem's going through a rough patch since Roxxon moved in. I hope that
Like,
having Spider-Man
I
on their
like the
side
combination
gives them a
of the,
little hope this holiday season.
I guess I can call it magenta, it's more of a pink purple.
On your favorite social and donate to Rio
The,
Morales' campaign.
Pinkish purple, the green, and the blue. I like it. I really do.
Goodbye.
Someone
Okay,
living
so-
down here?
Okay, now I'm actually starting to question. How in the thighs are they getting time capsules in something like there?
I don't know, man. With the backpacks, at least it made sense, because Peter was, like, going all over the place, webbing up his backpacks in order to, like, stop crime. And just forgot about his backpacks.
They had strings attached to the time capsule. One person crawls in with one end of the string, drags the time capsule in with the string itself, detaches the string, crawl back out.
I was jealous of how planned out she had her life. First she solved global warming, then world
It's
hunger.
stupid,
Next,
but it's a
curing
possibility.
cancer. And before she retired, communicate with aliens.
I don't think any plan you had would have included
just saying,
you getting
if we
nipped
see-
by a genetically engineered
If we see,
spider.
if we see a time capsule on a moving aeroplane at one point, I'm starting to call tomfoolery.
I think Miles needs to learn to pull his punches just a bit.
He's still relatively new.
Yeah. He only got his powers,
He'll
like...
figure it out.
He only got... What the fuck? He only got his powers, like, last year.
My gamer, why were you just standing there?
Stay out of my business, freak show! Open us out!
What?
Yeah! It's like, what the fuck?
It wasn't just that she was standing there, she was in the goddamn car!
She was also floating!
On the one hand, I like the design of the web shooters for these games because the newer upgraded models thing kind of explains why the whole web shooter regen thing is a thing, where you don't have to like wait for the character to reload the web shooter. It just kind of fills back up over time.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, I kind of miss that manual reload because of the sheer absolute hilarity that it is a Spidey panicking when their webs are gone.
It's like, oh shit, I gotta reload it. Hold up, time out, time out!
Is he reloading in front of us? Why don't we just kill him?
Especially if that run out and reload has to happen mid-air. There is nothing that compares to the hilarity of Peter Parker scrambling to reload his web shooter hers in mid-fall. Like, I do genuinely miss having to reload your web shooters, even if that was never an actual mechanic in the game. And this is where the people who champion the idea of organic webbing goes, ha! We don't run out! Yes, you do.
Yep, this is it.
The fuck you mean, yes, we do? Yes, you do. Like any other part of the body, the organic webbing can be exhausting.
You never cease to amaze, my man.
And we've even seen this in the comics.
Give me a sec to set up.
Oh shit!
Reckon says we even saw it in the movie.
I'm in. Fox on security.
But the
you're
movie thing doesn't count. His
Another
powers
locked door.
basically shut off
I
for the
power
whole
it, you
mental
open it?
state thing.
Works for me, buddy.
Doesn't change the fact that his webs gave out.
So it doesn't count. The fuck you mean it doesn't count?
Like, just like any other part of the body, one's mental state affects the spider powers. That's
I found something while I was
just
poking
the
around
explanation
security.
they
This
give
is the lab where they
without
noticed
even
people were
saying
getting sick
out
around
loud
here.
as much.
Did anyone ever
Like,
say
they show the audience this.
maybe we should rethink this whole new form
Like,
thing?
that's why
Yeah.
Pete's powers shut
Rick
off.
Mason.
And therefore, if one's mental state can
Good thing we're shutting
affect
this
their
place
health
down.
in other ways,
Not a
like,
moment too soon.
oh, all this stress has made you
What's in here?
tired and
Looks
irritable,
like security.
and that's how you also
Something
feel like
confiscated.
lost some coordination because you can't focus. Like, if that can happen, why
Blake didn't
can't
come
the
from
organic
IT.
webbing give out?
We didn't know new form makes people sick.
And to even go back to the comic book example of someone running out of organic webbing, the Spider Island event. Peter, having gone from having organic webbing in the comics during the Civil War era to no longer having it and relying on his web shooters again at the time, he sees someone else develop organic webbing and exhaust themselves and advises how to replenish those webs.
Not a lot of places to hide
He
here.
specifically mentions getting a decent amount of rest and eating a lot of starchy food.
Alright, time to go horror movie villain on these guys.
She was always this easy.
Ho ho ho! Spidey Claus is here!
Santa Bear is here to kick all your asses.
Have either of you seen
Bet you didn't see that coming.
what was it? I can't remember the name of the movie. Basically, Santa Claus.
As a
Um,
horror movie villain, yes. I haven't
No, no,
seen
no.
it, but I'm aware of it.
No, not a horror movie villain. That's Krampus. I'm talking, basically, think Home Alone, but the main character is Santa Claus.
Are you talking about Violent Night?
Now watch out for spiders.
Violent Night, that's it.
Yo, I love that movie!
I'm gonna have to see it at some point then. Damn.
It is so fucking good. Like, I'll let Taro explain. I'm too hyped.
Basically, in the least words as I can think of, Santa Claus walks up to a house that's getting robbed, and well, that's just like he channels his Viking instincts. Very, very
Oh, that already sounds awesome.
It fucking is.
There's this one part he takes the star off the top of a tree and uses it as a shuriken.
Spider-Man's here. Keep your
Oh,
eyes
this
open.
sounds just the right kind of cheesy.
It is.
Bonk.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that. I think
Remember,
Shin...
I'm on a delay, so I just saw Bear take that cabinet down on people.
I know. I think Shin Kamen Rider in terms of, you know what.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's a. They don't call it Violent Night for nothing.
I didn't think they did. Like, I knew it was gonna be a very, very messy flick, but, woo.
Anything moves, open fire.
Alright,
This
just thought...
legit sounds like something that Mystery Science Theater 3000 would be riffing the hell out of, and I love it.
I absolutely loved watching it.
Nap time, bro.
Actually, oh god, if it's in VR chat, I'm gonna be happy.
Genuinely missing that web tripwire right now.
Yep.
Lights out for you.
Okay, so Bear, have you seen the
Now that you've drained
new
a couple
Genesis
reactors,
drivers they're
how are you
releasing?
holding up?
A little sore.
I think I have.
Back case of dry mouth.
They also come with a trigger switch.
Just let me know if you start
Once you
sweating
press
more
it,
or turning red.
the belt
Reactor's waiting
won't
on the main
the
floor.
belt won't work.
Really?
Yeah. You legit have to turn the belt off and on again.
Why?
She was always
I think it's supposed to simulate Ryuma's whole I don't trust you, so try transform my belt, see what happens.
Copy. Checking his position.
Oh, okay.
Or it could just be a bizarre glitch.
No, it's a feature, not a bug. Also,
That's
five
worse.
cookies to anyone that gets that reference.
No cookies for me then.
Yeah, none for me.
It's from Archive 81. It was a podcast and a show on Netflix.
Well, that explains why I've never seen it or heard of it.
Essentially, I guess you could call it a catchphrase. The main character would often say that in regards to, like certain pieces of technology or even people. Like someone would say, I care too much. And the guy would go, that's a feature, not a bug.
So, as much as we've gotten away from the topic, I do have a couple of Bionicle things to get out of my system.
Go ahead.
So first off, the island of Matanui itself, spoiler alert, is effectively, in and of itself, a mask. Much like the characters wear.
I thought it was a... No, wait. Matanui's the head, right?
Matanui, as the island, covers the face of the giant Great Spirit robot that the entire Matora universe has been inside of the entire time.
Got it.
So in and of itself, the island is a mask. And they knew that about the island and about Matanui behind the scenes as far back as 2001, and there were even hints to that scattered as early as the Matanui online game, the little online flash game on the website that was designed to help familiarize new fans with the location and the characters.
Is that the one where you woke
Before
up?
the release of the chapter books, that was how fans consumed the story.
Are you talking about the one where like you would wake up on a beach next to the Toa capsule?
Yes.
Dude, I remember that. I didn't realize it was an online game.
Yeah, it was on the Bionicle website at the time. It's referred to as an online game because you were playing it on the internet.
So it's just a flash game.
It's just a flash game, but it's a well-made flash game.
Dude, I have played some amazing flash games. Like, just because they're called flash games does not mean they are not good.
Will never not suck.
I know, but there's a stigma to flash games about them being, like, not exactly high quality.
I mean, I would challenge anyone to play, what was it? Oh, fuck, I forgot the name of it. Like Dead Secret or something? Damn it, I'm gonna have to look this up later.
Exits through the office.
That aside, another fun fact about that game is the protagonist you play as. In that game, you play as one Takua, the soon-to-be chronicler. It is during the events of this game that Takua ends up earning his job as the chronicler.
Why did he wake up on the beach?
Which leads me to fun fact number 3. This game is a sequel.
Eh?
The game takes place mere minutes, if not seconds, after the ending of the Game Boy Advance game, Tales of the Tohunga, later renamed Tales of the Matoran or Quest for the Toa, depending on who you ask.
Hey, Roxanne. There is a rumor going around that new form makes
Alright.
people sick. Now, come on, guys. Of
In
course
the
that's not happening.
game itself, the Game Boy Advance game, which I do own, I managed to find it for relatively cheap at the place I used to find all my used games. You're playing as Takua, wandering around the island in essentially one giant fetch quest. You are traveling the island, conquering miscellaneous challenges and defeating Rocky beasts to free the kidnapped Chiraga leaders of each village, get their masks and their staffs back.
Fighting Roxxon's no joke.
I don't know. The underground made it their favorite
And
pastime.
essentially return some level of order to
What
the
kind of a
island.
friend would I be if I didn't help
And
shut down the
one of
occasional
the,
toxic
if not
fuel
the
reactor?
biggest major collectible in the game was Toa Stones.
Okay. I should see if Ben hit the new
Oh.
form.
At the end of the game, following a harder than it needed to be lava surfing segment, I say this because the controls were a bit wacky, to say the least. The controls for the lava boarding
Hey man,
segment
great
were
news.
not the
Shutting down
smoothest.
those Roxxon labs put a serious dent in their reactor production plans.
That is great news.
Takua ends up going to the
Just saved a
Kininui
ton of
Temple,
machines. Celebratory hot dogs are on me
and
next time I see you.
proceeds
I'll
to
take
place
it.
the Toa Stones
Thanks, man.
and perform the ritual, whether he realizes he's doing so or not, to summon the Toa to the island.
That's how they got to the island?
That's how they got to the island. It's
Yo!
canon.
I didn't know that!
Yeah, Takua's the one who summoned the Toa.
Huh.
And he doesn't remember doing it. Because when he did, the burst of energy that came out of the Toa Stones knocked him extremely high up in the air, to the point where he fell from the goddamn center of the island back to the coast around Tawahi, landed on that beach, and woke up amnesiac. And that is where Matanui Online game picks up.
Holy shit.
Sounds tense.
By the time Takua wakes up, the Toa have already arrived. Which means either he fell for quite some time, or he was out cold there on the beach and Tahu just passed him by.
The hostages are all Pete. That's funny. And weird. Very Pete.
Remember, this was before the chapter books for the series were released. So at the time, these video games and online web animations, and of course the Matanui Online game itself, these were the only way to actually consume the Bionicle story and know what was going on outside of the comic books. The comic books by DC, I will add, for the Taro in the room.
Man, this hostage position is really uncomfortable. Oh, thank you, Spider-Man!
So, yeah, when I mentioned that these games are canon, in the early stages, most of them were.
That's amazing.
Bionicle had this weird multimedia approach where they put their story everywhere they could possibly put it, save for an actual freaking TV show or movie, in order to get people to know what was going on and get into the story. Some of my earliest memories of Bionicle media aren't even attached to the website, because I didn't get to actually see the website until our family got itself a computer and actually got that computer working around maybe 2006, 2007.
I knew you'd save me, Spider-Man.
Amazing. Love.
I didn't really use library computers because I was never allowed to.
Fair enough.
Great takedown. Very strategic.
So, yeah. Part of Bionicle's approach and why I got, some of my earliest memories of that early approach are just seeing a few of the commercials on TV. I specifically remember this one shot of Tahu, the Toa of Fire, the red one for people who use that shorthand. He's hit by what appears to be a gust of wind or something moving super fast past him, and it knocks his mask clean off. And he has this moment of recoil, head shake, what just happened?
Ultimate level work here, Miles. All hostages freed. Huge success. Now that you've gotten the hang of them, stealth takedowns will give you a boost in power. Nothing like
And I don't know about you guys if you had any of the sets, but
I had a few of the Lego sets.
My first two that weren't necessarily the McDonald's sets, because I don't remember if I got the Happy Meal Matoran, henceforth Mictoran, first, or if it was the Christmas gift first, I don't remember.
Mictoran.
Yeah, part of the early release was the first batch of sets out there were Happy Meal toys. That was how you got the 6 villager characters.
Which, thinking about it now, it's kind of weird.
Small businesses are the backbone of America.
They were very simple, and they had 3 gimmicks. One of which was the mask itself, because as with the Toa, you could knock the mask off the Matoran. Called Tahunga at the time, before a lawsuit involving the Maori government happened.
Gracias, Senor Jameson, but there's been a misunderstanding.
Wow.
Spider-Man stopped the punks who
Basically, they were going,
I think it
hey,
was just
you're
got
using some of our words
Get one to
wrong,
talk
and
to
we
me in
take a
Spanish?
bit of
Don't ask
umbrage
why.
with the way those particular
Jared's
terms were
taking your
used.
course, which
Could
he's
you change a
clearly
few?
gonna fail. But having a Spider-Man
Lego's
in
like,
your neighborhood,
okay.
fighting
And that's why some names got changed, and we had the advent of naming day in universe to explain it.
Nothing says evil bad guy plan like a bunch of bombs waiting to explode. Defuse all bombs to win this challenge.
Alrighty.
Move quick to increase your score. Zip to the prompt and we'll start.
Okay.
The majority of the Happy Meal Matoran, including what they were called at the time, ended up being some of the issues taken. Like,
If you lure guards away from
before
the
we
bomb,
got the
you
name
can defuse it
Matoran,
without being seen.
the term they used, Tahunga, roughly translated to, like, a spiritual healer of sorts, which didn't quite fit with the actual, you know, purpose of these characters. And again, because it roughly means like spiritual healer or something to that effect, you can see why people got slightly upset.
Right.
Like, you're using this term wrong. Hence, we got Matoran afterwards. Something like, on a tangent about the naming day thing, though, something I've always been irritated with is that for most people, and I don't blame them for doing this, but for most people, they just read each character's name as they were written post-naming day, and don't really look into, well, how was it written before it was changed, because as explained in Universe, only the spelling of the name is changed, not the pronunciation. That's why, despite being spelled Jaller with 2 L's, an E, and an R, I still pronounce it Jala, just like the movie did. Partly because that was my introduction to the character, and partly because, well, again, I eventually figured out that's how it's supposed to be said.
Alright, question.
Go ahead.
Does this count as a ramble?
Admittedly, yes, I've gotten off topic.
Like, I kind of thought it was, but I was trying to think of the best way to say it without being rude.
No, you're good. You're good. Saying that's helping me get back on track here. So, Minogue 2. And yes, there was a second one. So, whereas the original game had you playing as Takua, essentially wandering around the island, seeing major events, and becoming the chronicler, the second game has you playing as Hali, a Gamatoran who wanders the island, sees various important events, and becomes the new chronicler after Takua, spoiler alert, transforms into the Toa of Light. Unlike the original Minogue, where it was played in first person, and it was very easy to travel places because you just click and you're there, people kind of got irritated at Minogue 2's slower pace because it's played in third person, so you can see the person you're playing as, but in doing so, when you move places, you now have to wait for Hali to walk across the screen to get where you clicked.
Ah.
Personally, I didn't mind, but, like, I know there are some people who did.
Those people never played a point and click before.
Hey, good work. Still more out there, though.
I know these bombs are fake, but this is surprisingly stressful.
The fun fact about Minogue 2 is that it takes quite a bit. It takes place quite a bit after the original Minogue. And yes, I'm using the abbreviations for these games.
Okay.
Between Matsunui Online Game 1 and 2, there's a grand total of 2 little mini-series of animated shorts.
super secret bonus ultimate challenge, head to ESU. If you
These
dare.
are known collectively as the Borok animations.
Wow. Evil laughs are so much harder to pull off than they seem.
These are basically telling the story of the 2002 and 2003 story arcs from the perspective of the Matoran.
Okay.
Since now that we had the chapter books out, we had the Toa's perspective.
Time to hit the theater.
So now, depending on where you look, you could see things from how the Toa were experiencing it, and from where the Matoran villagers themselves were experiencing it. Which I thought was really neat.
Okay.
Again, that mixed media thing proving to be a strength.
Folks,
The comic
one of
books
these centers
continue
has
to
had a
do a
rough
little
go
of
ever
both.
Hey, the Spider-Man plushie.
Halls. My alma mater. Have I ever told you what happened when I started school here? Step
Oh,
up to the
right.
props.
Now I remember where I actually was
Sorry
before
for
I
yourself.
wandered off into Monog 2 territory. My first two sets. Again, ignoring the Happy Meal Matoran themselves. My first two canister sets were of Toa Onua, the Spirit of Earth, and Toa Gali, Spirit of Water. Of course, at the time, because I didn't have access to the online story or any of the comic books or the like, I had no idea who these people are. They were just, neat-looking robots. What about you? Do you remember which one your first was?
Nope.
I am super duper proud to say that I still have my first set too. 22 years old and still look as good as the day I got them.
Oh, Pete had fun with this.
Vulture's old research partner, Greg Bestman, taught ESU. Vulture tried to take Bestman out. I tried to stop him. I'll tell you what, Miles. This fight was smart.
Man, this fight is serious.
Always meddling, Spider-Man. Why won't you let me
Boom.
get my senseless, overly dramatic
Fighting
cries
virtual
in peace?
vulture right now.
Feel like
Virtual
Pete's working
vulture.
out some
That
stuff
actually
with
sounds
this
really
vulture
cool.
imitation.
I love how Pete is having fun with the whole mock vulture voice.
Early bird specials. Casual racism that is not worthy to challenge me on.
Casual race.
I'm melting. Oh, what a world. What a world. It was a tough fight, but he was weakening. Then, just as I thought
Get
I
off my
actually
lawn.
did, Vulture's eviler twin brother showed up to help. Actually, he robot-doped me. I was exhausted. I was barely moving. And felt like two vultures.
Nice Wizard of Oz reference.
Aw, yeah.
Yep.
Clear.
How does it feel to be attacked upon by people inexperienced? Vulture number 2. Great Vulture number 1. I love being used to illustrate the importance of pacing yourself during a battle.
How long did Pete spend making this?
He spent too long making this.
Hey, Vulture number 2. When should you
I think he was working through some issues doing it too.
I've been
Yeah, probably. Knowing Pete.
I wouldn't be surprised if devising these training scenarios for Miles ended up being some bizarre form of therapy for Pete.
combined with an inability to achieve success through normal avenues, but mainly society.
Ha! Roast them, Pete!
Catch, Spider-Man! Ah! It's clever because I don't want you to get anything. Offense me, brother!
So,
No!
this is just for fun here.
Metaphorical brother!
And I know I've asked this question to Bear before, but I figure it's worth going over again. So, there are 6 primary elements in this story. Fire, ice, water, stone, earth, air. And yes, I know some of them seem incredibly similar.
The message.
I don't need that these two are the same element joke all over again because it is way too common in the Bionicle community.
Why is stone and air different elements? They're basically the same thing.
Like, stone and earth in particular are often mocked as being you took one element and made two characters out of it.
See, I was just making a dumb joke.
I mean, it was funny, yes. It definitely captures how stupid the argument feels.
Stone and air are the same element.
Would you believe that originally there were only 4 toe-up instead of 6? There was originally only going to be one for fire, air, water, and earth. But they realized they could... Well, they realized it was basically better for marketing to have 6. And so, water and earth got split into 2 separate elements each, and thus we got ice and stone.
Was some great training. Kudos.
Yo, look at this suit! Look at this fucking suit!
I will see it in like a few seconds. Oh, that is sick.
Taro, you still here?
I'm here. He has the proper vision.
I'm Daft
Something-
Punk Spider-Man.
Something harder, better, faster, stronger. I think this suit actually appeared in the comics at some point.
Wait, hold on. Go back to 2099?
Yeah, because of fucking ice.
We are sorry, Undertale community.
Okay. I should see
You
if
feel
I can
your
hit the
sins
new
crawling
form
up
in the
your
gym today.
back.
I feel that every day. You okay, Tara?
The way you just nonchalantly just said, I feel that every day.
Hey, Danica. I'm mad.
Anyways, I was getting somewhere with the list of elements. Both of you each. I know I've done this before, but at this point, I'm doing this for fun. Pick one.
Fire. Damn it! Damn it! Okay, fine. Ice.
Honestly, you can both pick the same elements. I'm not gonna complain. Frankly, I'm more of a water or earth kind of person, which, considering my first 2 sets, is kind of hilarious. But, yeah. There's a wider world of elements out there beyond those 6. Like, I could list a few, but let's face it, I'd end up rambling again. So I'm choosing to hold myself off from that.
Yeah, the Bionicle topic has gone on for quite a bit.
Yeah, let's return to the world of Spoderman.
So I checked this location against local crime
can
reports.
think of a
Guess what?
rhyme.
A while back, the Magia and an unidentified group, obviously reaching for
Honestly,
underground,
thank you for letting me get that out of my system, because now it's generally, like, I feel better. I
You're
get
welcome.
They try and
focus.
jump ahead by gunning for the ruling class.
So, like I was saying, I vaguely remember this specific suit actually appearing in the comics before. I just can't remember where. But either way, I really do love how it's designed. It's just, like, I especially love the freaking Daft Punk helmet. Like, Miles, what exactly possessed you to do that? It's cool, but, like, what purpose does it serve?
Well, you see, since the original band kind of disbanded, someone had to take their place.
One more time.
Question.
Oh my god.
Where did the neighborhood Spider-Man thing come from?
My mentor came up with it.
I like it. I mean, at first I thought it was kind of cornball, but now I like it.
Thanks?
But, yeah, like, it's weird, but it's not unwelcome. Hell, the mere fact that he can do this and essentially alter the facial expression of the freaking mask on a whim, like, that's just a cute touch. Also, the freaking headphones on either side of that helmet.
Whoop.
You can definitely tell Miles is starting to get into the, no pun intended, swing of things by the way he's, like, by the way he moves.
Mm-hmm.
He is definitely starting to get into the groove.
Okay. All that's left is to find the jammer and shut it down.
Shoryuken!
Wire runouts are a good place to start.
Wee! Shouldn't he be wed to a wall by now? He's still falling.
That's a bingo.
Still falling.
Wow.
Still falling.
It's a
Still
Magia
falling.
too.
Oh, there it goes.
He hit the ground. Like, he hits the ground, and then the web thingy goes
Definitely
off.
the old crime family style.
Drags his corpse up to the wall.
I'm thinking like that the eternal cartoon joke of you hit the ground and then the parachute goes and it just kind of falls back down. Also, can we see that graffiti on the wall for a second? That looks eerily familiar.
It looks like Green Goblin.
So they're still hinting at him even in this game.
Hey.
Yep.
The way out's blocked.
Should I call someone? Like backup?
I'll figure it out.
I'm still thinking it would have been a neat little touch
That old
if
elevator
when
would be like,
doing
take
the
it out of
electric
here.
drain thing,
Just need some
the
juice.
mask would glitch out.
That would be cool.
Now to wire that to the elevator. Thought you could hide, huh?
Okay. Why is it not going? Oh!
Man, I'm good.
That's why. I'm not. It's not connected to the frickin' lift. It's.
Consider
Oh
the
my
jammer
God.
jammed.
Perfect. Now I'm just gonna give the police an anonymous tip, and boom.
Going it.
Appreciate the help. Did you get what you needed?
Yep. I'm gonna dig some more into this turf war between the underground and the Magia. Smells like a story.
Sounds good. I'm looking forward to hearing the podcast.
Woo! Alright.
I should see
Yeah.
if Finn hit the new form in the gym theater.
Let's raid that last base. And then we'll go on to the gem theater.
Hey, Dana fans. For the last few weeks, Harlem has had a series of bad breaks. The attack on C.J. Walker Park, to me. Spider-Man intervened to protect
I
the
do agree
neighborhood.
with what you've been saying all about how,
I'm
like,
here
the
with Yankee Lee, the Harlem local,
snowy New
and
York.
Spider-Man
Like,
saving
it is
the neighborhood.
beautiful.
It's
I know, right?
good to help people out. Even better when we found out Wilson Fisk was behind it. Shutting him down is a career highlight for me. And Spider-Man.
I bet. How did you guys stumble on the conspiracy?
By talking to people in the neighborhood. They were all looking out for each other, which helped us look out for them. Teo, Caleb, Camila, Haley, Steph, Gloria. If
God,
you're listening,
I just picture, like,
thank you.
I checked Wilson
a
Fisk's
sequel to the
logs.
PlayStation
Found the
Ultimate
big guy
Spider-Man
on the
game
security.
taking
Like to
place
get
in,
some
like, this
time
kind of
on
engine, letting you run around as Venom with, like, the long jumps and the tendril whips and just, like, causing mayhem in this kind of environment.
I know it probably won't happen, but please give us, like, just one sequence where we play as Venom.
On the Upper East Side.
Cool. You look for the jammer, I'll start pulling records for what the underground
And
is
no,
up to.
playing as Peter with the black suit on doesn't count.
We want to play as Venom just once, man. Just once.
The place Venom and Beyond, you get to choose who you use as a host spot.
That would be cool.
Like any random civilian just walking around walks too close to a sewer drain, boom, instantly venomized.
You know, on the topic of a sequel to the Ultimate Spider-Man PS2 game, did you know that we almost did get one?
Really?
Oh,
Yeah, it almost happened. Something ended up getting it canceled, but the intended sequel would have had, instead of Peter and Venom splitting character time, it would have been split between Spidey and the Green Goblin.
Yo!
okay then. What happened?
It just ultimately never came about. It got canceled. Something about Spider-Man 3 happening.
Yeah, I guess that
Okay.
makes sense.
Hilariously enough, you could tell in both the quote-unquote next-gen and previous-gen versions of the Spider-Man 3 game, they really didn't want to adapt the movie.
Yeah. I can
And
see
it's not
why.
even so much, and it's not even so much for the quality of the movie, just so much as the story didn't leave them much room to wiggle around.
Make sure Kelsey's all right.
Like, if you notice,
Take a look.
each of the Activision movie games for Spider-Man, they have a mix of actual canon events in the movie and their own supervillains, their own arcs.
There are always more of them than there are of me.
I remember that.
Well, if you look at Spider-Man 3, you'll notice there's a severe uptake in the original villains compared to the other two.
Whoa! What's the history there?
The underground and Tombstone do jobs together.
Depending on which version you got, there's like... I can't really speak for the next-gen version because I haven't played it, but I do have the PS2 version, and in there, you've got, on top of the movie villains, New Goblin, Venom, Sandman, you've got the Mad Bomber, aka Carlisle, evidently, is what his name is. You've got multiple gangs, you've got the Lizard, you've got Morbius.
Damn.
You've got Shriek.
Wow! Not a name I expected to hear.
This interpretation was Morbius' wife taken over by a fragment of the meteor that had fell to Earth and brought the symbiote with it.
Ah.
This may be off topic, but do you have like
Still, she had her sonic screaming powers, so at least that's intact. It's that same meteor effect that had turned Morbius into the living vampire, by the way.
You ever need someone who makes beats? I know a guy.
In the quote-unquote modern gen version, we trade some of those out for Kraven and the Scorpion. Ooh. Which is funny because while you got Kraven in the next gen version, you got his wife Calypso in the PS2 version.
Eh.
Attempting to avenge her husband's defeat by Spider-Man, whom, if you didn't play the Xbox version of the first movie game, this doesn't make sense.
Cool. Now
Yeah.
You see, there were some exclusive levels for the Xbox version of the first movie game that were not present for the GameCube and PlayStation 2 versions. And these all centered around Kraven the Hunter.
There's the jammer. They kept trophies from their fights with Tombstone. How sentimental.
Bear?
Yes? Yeah?
If you have a second, could you disconnect Web?
Yeah. Is everything okay?
Doctor's appointment won't be back in time.
Alright.
Also, sorry if my rambling is taking up too much of the stream again. I realize I've been talking a lot.
Well, I mean, at least right now, you're on brand with Spider-Man.
I want to see another mannequin. Hey.
Fair enough.
Should be back on the
but I still feel like I should be letting you guys talk more.
Cool.
I mean,
Tombstone Underground partnership.
I don't really have much to say right now outside of the fact that the Underground has apparently faced off against every other gang in New York and has come out relatively unscathed.
Recruiting's tanked and those blocks have gotten way safer.
How exactly is that possible?
I don't know.
I was looking through my files. It seems like
because plot.
Because plot.
Is it new form related?
No,
because yes.
Programmable matter?
I've faced that stuff before. Maybe I should take it off her hands.
Oh, hey, there's a code referenced here. 2658. Maybe try that if you find something.
This is purely because I'm tired of all hell.
Got it. Thanks again, Danica, for doing your podcast. Those tips at the end of your episodes.
For something a bit closer to on brand with the game we're playing, how about something actually about the game we're playing?
When my Underground series is out, let me know
So,
what you think.
I've heard people talking about this, and evidently there's a decent amount of people who are not too happy with the depiction of the Tinkerer in this game.
Yeah.
More so how she's treated at the end of the story.
Yeah.
Not so much who the Tinkerer is, but more so how the story ends.
we're in this era where like you can change like
I should see if Finn hit the new form in the
certain
gym
aspects of a character, and people like for the most part people won't get too pissed.
So long as you keep like the core of the character alive in some fashion.
Hell, they still kept the name too, because I believe the Tinkerer's real name was Phineas or something.
2658, right? Programmable matter. I can make this into anything.
Yeah!
Yeah?
For those who don't know, the original version of the Tinkerer was an old man.
Yep.
Who may or may not have been an alien.
Let's not talk about that.
I think that'll do it. I gotta thank Danica for the tip.
Woo!
Okay, I should see if Finn hit the new form in the gym theater.
And now we have an applicable suit for the mission we're doing.
Also, I just love the new web swinging animations. Can we just appreciate just how much personality goes into these?
Yes!
Absolutely.
Like, especially in those few cases where, like, Miles clearly does not have the same level of practice Peter does, so a lot of his aerial acrobatics are unpolished, unrefined. There's occasional moments where he's flailing, trying to keep his balance.
Oh my god, spider legs!
Yo, wait, hold on. Hold up.
I was expecting that. Holy shit.
Alright. Wait a minute.
Well, now we know that both Miles and Peter at least have one suit that does this.
Just don't do it again.
Yep. But yeah, I remember there was like some people like theorizing that Finn somehow survived. But I don't know.
I mean, they could be going along the lines of, if there's not a body, then they ain't dead.
Hey, so I've been checking on the hideouts you shut down. Those areas have seen
Like,
big decreases in crime and
specifically in how her story ends, I've heard people complain that she quote-unquote hijacked Miles' story in an attempt to make people hate her less.
Just as much.
Listen, if you ever need anything, not like a rescue, but a break from all the fighting, I know a cafe that makes great matcha lattes.
I don't know, cause like
I'm picturing sitting in a cafe in the mat.
we got like
this building. I remember this building.
we got like half of Miles' story in the first game.
If I can figure out what Finn's planning to do with the new form and take it from her,
I don't know, maybe it's just me. Like I don't mind it too much.
Like, in my case, I didn't care one way or the other.
underground are everywhere.
You might say they're overground?
If anything,
Keep working on that one.
her final decision felt a bit abrupt, and maybe that's what they're getting at. Doesn't necessarily feel earned or her natural, but like, that's entirely dependent on one's perspective and point of view. So,
Benefits of bioelectricity.
See, I see it as making amends for what she
Power can be
did,
supplied all locally.
realizing Miles was right. But we'll get into that later.
Bet you didn't see that coming.
one thing I do enjoy about this is, like, there's, like,
Gotta watch out for spiders.
okay, so here's a fun fact about the
Any sign
movies.
of the power source?
Several.
The
These cables lead
movies
the way.
for Spider-Man had,
Barrier
like,
is next level.
I think they did something to the mask so it would always retain its shape, so you wouldn't necessarily see, like, the actor's face through the mask, which is very much not how it worked in the comics. You could definitely see some of Peter's expressions through the mask.
Mm-hmm.
Here, I'm just happy that, like, when someone's talking, you can, be it Peter or Miles, you can see their jaw moving. Some games don't really add that level of detail.
Yeah. It's like, as I've said before, it is the little details that really make games like this.
It's why I enjoy having the movable eyepieces, so, like, those minor animations of, oh, when he's hit, you can see his eyes, like, narrow or squeeze shut like he's reacting to getting hit. Like, it's little stuff like that where it's not necessary, but it's appreciated.
Yeah, or like say in another game, like one that I can't think of at the moment. Miles, calm down! I was just trying to get on top of that building and he kept doing trick shots. Alright. One detail I like in some games is if your character gets like really, really hurt, it starts to show. Like, for example, Gravity Circuit. Once you start getting low health, Gravity Circuit would like hold his arm and like not he wouldn't have like the fighting pose like idle animation anymore, but he'd like be injured. He'd have a hand on his arm and like just kind of looking like he's breathing heavy. Stuff like that I always enjoy.
Yeah, like in some of the Beanox Spider-Man games, like the Amazing Spider-Man duology, and I think Edge of Time did this too. The more damage you took, especially in Amazing Spider-Man 1, the more beat up your suit would start to look.
Yeah, I remember they did that because of Arkham Asylum. Because, like, over the course of that game, the bat suit gets all beaten up. But if I remember correctly, like, at least in the Amazing Spider-Man 2, like, over time, like, if you waited for a while, that damage would disappear.
There was also a dedicated healing button.
Yeah. Also, in one of the Wolverine games, there was like you could heal up, and like it would also heal your clothes. Because why not?
I mean, in the Lego Marvel games, if you take fatal damage as Wolverine or Deadpool, you'd end up just turning into a skeleton with like some details to show, yeah, this is who you were. And eventually the rest of them would just kind of grow back, including the costume.
Cool, chipping away.
Like I said,
at the very least in Lego, they have an excuse for that, but like, it's still funny.
Lights out for you.
I lost audio there for a second. What in the actual hell? Like, everything went quiet, and then I just heard, like, the Windows sound effects.
Well, dang.
Did I get cut off mid-sentence or anything?
No.
Thanks. Well, thank you for small miracles.
Oh, shit.
So I guess in the terms of small details, there is one other thing I could bring up in regards to the Sam Raimi movie games.
Okay.
In the Spider-Man 2 game, Spidey's eye lenses do actually emote.
Really?
Not very much, but they do move.
Interesting.
Which is funny as heck because that suit can't do that.
Boom!
And on the note of Spidey's suit, like, I've heard people say this before, that you could tell, like, the tone of a Spider-Man in a story based on the design of the suit, specifically how angular versus how round the spider on the back is.
Yeah,
basically, the more realistic and or angular the spider looks, the less friendly neighborhood they get.
Yeah, I remember you were talking about that a while back.
Now, I've since realized this is not the rule, this is just because people putting a pattern that could fit if you look at it the right way in there. Because, like, are you telling me, especially after seeing No Way Home, that Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man is not a friendly neighborhood Spidey?
I think I'm gonna get clean pair.
Oh, okay. You alright?
At least, not anymore. What's up?
Are you okay, Tara?
Was the way to the main auditorium. Now it's blocked.
Oh, you're tired. Okay.
Maybe there's a staircase or an elevator.
Yeah, I can hear it in your voice. Go ahead, take care of yourself, my dude.
I'm thinking, what if you told Finn you're Spider-Man?
Yo, Finn, not only did I lie about joining
See
your
ya.
club, but I'm also the guy trying to stop you.
Okay, yeah. We can work on the delivery.
So,
The armored silo looks promising.
what's your favorite suit in this game so far?
Let me see. So far, I like the programmable matter, but I love the strike suit.
Fair enough.
If I had to pick top three, programmable matter, the end, and then the strike suit. I just think it's freaking cool, man.
Yeah, like Miles definitely got away with a decent lot of suits. He doesn't really have any flops.
I am looking forward to the sequel where we get more. I am
Especially with the ability to alter the color schemes for the ones in that game.
Yeah. Also, it probably won't happen right away, but I will get there will probably be a digital deluxe upgrade. Most games do that. And if there is, I'm gonna get it so I can get all the
Weapons
suits.
to deal with me. Guess she told the rest of the underground to keep tabs.
Because I want that Toku suit, damn it.
I am legit waiting for someone to go, yeah, the Sam Raimi black suit? Let's have one of its alternate colorations just be the standard Raimi red and blue, but with the webbing pattern and spiders of the black suit.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
The suits already look almost identical, save for that spider and like the angrier eyes anyways.
Highly unlikely, but still amazing.
Like my gaming rig is underpowered.
I think it would be funny if nothing else.
Finn's going full supervillain layer here. Are you seeing this giant armor container thing?
I'm
Totally
still
not
hoping that one of those suits
Think
ends
the
up being
uniform's in there?
Spider Carnage or something.
Got a hunch, yeah.
I desperately want one of them to be Spider Cop.
No wonder.
Yes. Like, for that matter, if not Spider Carnage, Sensational Spider-Man would make me very happy.
She mapped out how his reactivity works. That's one. Need to power the others. So why do you think I should tell Finn I'm Spider-Man? Don't you think she might react badly?
Because, like, I've gone on record, that suit is my favorite iteration of the red and blue.
Your best friend. Besides me.
Con, she's a tinkerer.
Pro, talking to her is easier than sneaking around behind her back.
Also, neat little personality animation right there. After he Venom punches the generator thingy there, I saw him shake his hand like, ow, that actually hurt.
Rethink the whole tinkerer thing.
Maybe you're right. Can't make a direct connection. Might be able to use that relay node to run a daisy chain. Alright, that's two.
So, from what I've been hearing of Spider-Man 2, you'll have the ability to switch between Spideys on the fly, and there will be specific missions that go, oh, you can complete this one with either Spidey, or you could only use Peter for this one, or only use Miles for that one.
Yep.
Which, that in of itself is going to be neat.
Oh, hell yeah.
I can see myself bouncing back and forth between both Spidey. He's just to go like, here, one patrols this side of the map, one patrols that side of the map.
Yeah, I was actually thinking about that earlier today. Like, have Pete patrol one half of the city and Queens, and have Miles patrol the other half of the city and Brooklyn.
Because, let's face it, they most certainly would. Like, granted, they're Spidey, they can go wherever they want, but,
yes.
it feels like they'd be sticking to territory they are more familiar with.
Finn's pumping energy into the new form, making it unstable like my Venom did.
At least in my mind, it made sense that they would.
So, what? Does she want to blow up the theater?
Otherwise, you could go, let's take them out of their comfort zone and give Brooklyn and that section of the city to Peter and give the rest to Miles.
It's not open yet, so there'll be no casualties. But I can't let her do this. I'm taking the new form. Come on!
Also, can we legit just appreciate the reflections in his eyes?
Yes!
Glow stick army.
Just to put it out there, what if Finn's right, and this is the best way to beat Roxxon?
Finn's not just talking about throwing a rock through a window. She wants to blow up a building on my block. If any part of her plan goes wrong, people will get hurt. Can't let her take that chance.
You're right. Let's get that new form out of here.
Glow stick army, huh? There's the guy in a glow stick costume.
Got sick after being on the bridge?
We all know that. New form gets in your lungs, you're dead.
And it doesn't bother you that Tinkerer's forcing us to hang around?
Punk!
You want to punk out? That's on you. I'm not running from the can.
For a while.
We need to guard this place better than we did our last time.
No kidding. I don't want to pack up again. We always gotta be on the move. Even if Spider-Man doesn't find us, Roxxon will.
Once we've used the new form, and they'll leave us alone.
Gotta love the little conversations between groups.
Yep. I really like the ones that are in like the Batman Arkham series, because like some of them are surprisingly wholesome for thugs.
Melissa, you there? Melissa?
reminding people that there is some humanity in even the weirdest of places.
Yep. Like in Arkham Knight, when there's all these riots going on, eventually you'll hear you'll hear one guy going, "Okay, we'll knock down a couple places, and then I gotta go home. It's my turn to take the kids to school tomorrow." That's just like, that is surprisingly adorable.
Gotham's got all types, I guess.
Yep.
Need someone watching my back.
You're done.
So, fun fact. This was back when episode reviews for her, like, Friendship is Magic were more common. But there was one specific review I remember watching for an episode that takes place in the city of Manhattan. So, naturally, the background looks like it. The reviewer, her personas themselves were cosplaying. And since they're, like, 2D vectors, they had to make new ones for this. There was a running gag where, because one of them ended up cosplaying as a supervillain, Spider-Man shows up to keep webbing up the guy who looks like a supervillain.
That's funny.
I remember at least once somebody screaming like, "Jameson was right about you."
That'll leave.
Oh, great. More of them.
The other guy kept it safe by cosplaying Goryu Red.
Venom tears it apart. Good. Keep doing that.
Goryu Red? Gavrincho.
You give me the new form.
Goryu Red.
Skip this part.
Okay, yeah, I had it right.
No joke, that's one of my favorite Sentais of all time.
The Power Rangers series based on it wasn't too bad either.
Yeah, I like the Sentai more because
it can get goofy as hell. I've seen that damn.
Not just that, but also like the lore for the villains is really cool.
And at the very least there, they didn't flush the time-space continuum down in the proverbial toilet.
Yep. So,
legit, like, up until the ending of Dino Charge, you would believe this could take place in the main timeline.
Can't let you take that.
And then the ending happened. And now there's Dinosaur Zoo.
Hey! 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 Seriously?
I just want to talk. Finn, Tinkerer, stop.
So you can steal my new form? Not a chance in hell!
Hello, domestic terrorist. How are you?
Ran into Finn.
What's happening?
She grabbed the new form. I'm chasing her across Manhattan.
Oh, crap. Okay. How are you gonna stop her?
Step 1, catch her. Step 2, I'll get back to you. Oh, move.
Back off! This is between me and Rockson!
but yeah, the villains in Kyoryuger, they're essentially aliens. Well, I mean, so are the ones in Dino Fury, but I mean.
How about we use our words? How about you stop being so
Dino Charge, I think you mean.
Well, she's not tired yet.
What did I say?
Fury.
Damn it!
It is not going
I know,
well.
there's too many Dino whatever seasons.
I don't know. I'm dodging explosions. I need a new strategy.
Gonna do what you said.
Tell her the truth?
Yeah, as soon as I catch her. Tinkerer, I gotta tell you something. Slow down.
Do you think I'm stupid?
You want to hear this. I promise.
Shut off, Spider-Man!
See, look, this is just me thinking about it, and I'm not blaming Miles for not doing this. But like, you had the perfect opportunity to web her to the ground while you were talking.
Yeah.
Oh crap! Not good, not good! Hope the ship's okay?
You know, with that release of energy, we're probably on our way out, so, like, it would have mattered.
Alright, I'll talk about the Kyoryu villains after the sequence, because holy shit. Oh, fuck!
Why does she invent jet wheels?
Ah!
Give me one good reason not to end you.
My mom would be very upset.
Miles?
Can we just...
You two on the roof! Freeze!
That could have gone better.
Whew.
I think she cracked a rib. Or 3.
Hey, how'd it go with Finn?
Not great. You still at my place?
I'm actually at home. My parents get back next week, so I thought I'd clean. But I can come back.
Nah, it's okay. I'll call you later.
Okay,
Now what?
so, with the villains from Kyoryuger.
Aaron,
Damn
I
it!
need, I need some advice.
About what exactly?
Just... everything. Are you free?
I can wrap up what I'm doing. Call you in a few.
Thanks, man. Talk to you soon. I have no idea where Finn is, or the new farm. Guess I should kill some time till Uncle Aaron's free.
Okay, so, Kyoryu villains. It all starts with this giant plant-like, almost like Lovecraftian-esque being called Debos, who goes from planet to planet, destroying them. He would create heralds for these planets to prepare them for his arrival. The earliest known part of the story for Kyoryuger is when Debos created the thousand-faced priest Chaos and Tauren. Chaos went to one planet, and Tauren went to Earth during the prehistoric era. However, he fell in love with the beauty of Earth and decided to rebel against Debos. In order to prepare for Debos' arrival, he had used his powers to create the Zords, which are sentient in Kyoryuger. But he didn't just make the 11 that we know of. He made, I think, 24 in total. When Debos finally came to Earth with Chaos, and found out that Tauren had betrayed them, That's when war happened. um, Chaos would eventually create one of his first generals, the Ferocious Knight D. Chaos can create generals based off different types of emotions. D was created out of fury. But D had supposedly been killed by Tobaspino, one of the You good, Latios? Ah. Alright. Did you catch anything that I said? Alright. Well, okay, so it all starts with Debos, this giant plant-like, almost Lovecraftian creature. He creates the earliest known point in the series is when he creates two heralds to go to two different planets to prepare those planets for his arrival and their destruction. The Thousand-Faced Priest Chaos and Torin. Chaos went to one world, Torin went to Earth. Torin fell in love with Earth, decided not to destroy it, and turned 24 dinosaurs into giant robots. Then Debos and Chaos showed up, and war happened. Chaos created his first general, the Ferocious Knight D. All the generals are based off of different emotions, and D was based off fury. Tobaspino, one of the 24 Zords, supposedly killed D. But later. All but 10 of the Zords were destroyed by one of Debos's ultimate weapons and by Debos himself, who usually takes on a form to mirror the planet's what's the word? Predominant life form, or the dominant life form. So when Debos came to Earth and shit got real, he turned into like this T-Rex plant thing. Eventually, the 10 Zords and Torin were able to defeat Debos and seal him away. Thousands upon thousands of years later, Chaos wakes up and decides, I'm going to create 3 new generals to try and wake up our boss. At this point in time, Debos was their base of operations. Having been frozen in the Arctic, he had been dubbed the Frozen Castle. Chaos took up duties as the leader of the Debos army, creating generals based off human emotion, having them gather human emotion to try and reawaken Debos. To help him understand humans, to basically do what he tried to do to the dinosaurs. The Knight of Anger, Dogold. The Knight of Joy, Candillera. And the Knight of Sorrow, Igeron. Also, the fun-filled, happy spy, Lakiro. And I would like to point out, in all those years between when Torin defeated Davos and now, the Davos army wasn't completely gone. Every now and then, a remnant of them would show up, causing Torin to find someone strong enough to bond with one of the surviving Zords and become a ranger. The first known human to do so was a Chinese martial artist many years ago, like in ancient China. He had become the Great Ranger and fought against a monster based off meteors. The second known one was a Celtic warrior, centuries after the martial artist. He's also the only non-Japanese actor to play a ranger in that show, that I'm aware of. He became the Cyan Ranger. And him and his Zord fought against a monster based off viruses. And then in the 90s, there was this doctor who created all of the current technology that the Kyoryugers have. I don't know if he fought anyone specifically. Oh, no, wait, I'm forgetting one. I'm not sure when in the timeline this was, but feudal Japan. There was a samurai that became the Gold Ranger and fought against Dogold, but went missing after an encounter with him. Yeah, Dogold was created way before the start of the show. And, yeah. Then in the 90s, or maybe 80s, I don't know, we had the Purple Ranger, who created all of the team's tech. He had also modified one of the Zords, the Plesiosaur, to be capable of space travel! In fact, for most of the show, that's where he was. He was in space, investigating planets that Davos had come across. And later on in the show, more generals would be created. There's Endolf. I don't quite remember what he was based off of. Disgust, I think. And then there were two other generals. Resentment is what he was based off of. Yeah, he was based off Resentment. And then as time went on, Chaos decided to replace Candelia and Agaron with two new Knights for Joy and Sorrow, with Igaron dying and Candelia and Lakiro managing to survive until the very end. Eventually, Davos did manage to reawaken into a human form, but he was eventually destroyed. But the lore of Davos how he worked, how his commanders and generals worked, is really fucking cool, man. In fact, in the special Kyoryuger, 100 years later, there's another knight who represents remorse. Who he was born from Debos's, well, remorse of dying. Anyway, I need a drink. I'll be right back.
Okay, good. Discord's actually fixed itself. For now. So, now that I've got everything in the call working again, how's everybody in the audience today? Just came back from blood work, huh? Yeah, that sounds taxing, to say the least. Ah, sucks that your arm's hurting, but at the very least you're managing to relax.
Oh, sorry about that. I really needed to go.
Hooray, Discord works again.
Oh, that's good. I mean, not that your arm is hurting, but I mean, it's good that you're just chilling. Oh, man, come on, you're back.
Also, yeah, turns out I just needed to let that Discord have a break to sort itself out.
Discord be like that sometimes.
So yeah, while you were gone, I asked the audience how their day was going, and you've seen Webb's response.
Yep.
Stop me if you heard this. Spider-Man chases villains.
Also, I'm sorry, I gotta gush again. Freaking winter snowing at night in New York with all the glowing lights in the city and the suit itself. This game is gorgeous.
It is.
I say those two should get around.
Pull the trigger. Neutralize Spider-Man. Either one.
Oh, okay. I guess we're doing this now.
Also, JJJ being himself again.
Yep. I thought I had the other web gadget loaded up. My bad.
So here's a fun fact about Ultimate Spider-Man on the PS2. While technically it does have alternate costumes you can unlock by collecting tokens and completing certain city goals, i.e. just the random events around the overworld, you cannot actually wear the suits until the post-game.
Yeah, I remember that. That was bullshit.
It's weird, because like
Granted,
you can't even replay, you can't even replay story missions. So what's the point of 100%ing the game to get the black suit if you can't replay through the story missions with the black suit?
I think I get it.
Hey, now.
Because
I'll be there. What am I gonna do
at least back then, like the idea was that they're just unlockables. Like,
Center or
They're a reward for beating the game.
She knows I lied to her now. She won't
And
see me.
like it wasn't until like later games that the idea of, oh yeah, people would actually want to wear these costumes during the game, actually, like, you know, actually like came to people's like attention.
I legit didn't even realize that an active replay for the PlayStation 2 existed until I saw people showing off how to use it to get the suit in the main game.
Damn. Taro was tired, so he went to go sleep.
Like, I'm just gonna put this out there. Seeing Black Suit Ultimate Spider-Man Peter her fighting Venom is one hell of a sight.
I can imagine. Yeah, he was sounding real tired, so...
Like, flat out exhausted.
Whoa! Why is there a tank at a Roxxon gas station?
Fueling up, I guess?
I would imagine that a tank requires different fuel than what you would see at a gas station.
I'm heading home anyway.
Bigger and bigger every year. Keep your head up, Spider
Let's
Kid.
hit that club
You'll
Rick was
figure this
talking
all
about.
out.
Maybe they just stopped by to get some chips from the freaking shop nearby.
FYI, there's a helicopter out of control near you, according to the app.
Fuck it.
So, I'll admit, I never really noticed this in gameplay myself when I was fighting against Venom, but supposedly, the suit does drain Eddie's health during boss fights when you're fighting against him, just very slowly.
That's what it does when you're playing it, right?
Yes, and there's a reason for that. In the Ultimate Comics universe, the Venom suit was created by Richard Parker and Edward Brock Sr. as a means of curing cancer. The suit would effectively neutralize and consume cancer cells, but the suit itself was incomplete. And because they happened to sign the wrong paper for the wrong person, they ended up having to put the project on ice. In a fit of rage, Edward Brock Sr. ends up donning the suit during the plane ride and causes a crash.
Shit.
All the survivors reported seeing the same thing.
Close to the docks. Hope Uncle Aaron's there.
One of the survivors was Peter's mother, who died in the ambulance.
Oh.
See, that cure for cancer thing, first off, it was apparently made with Richard Parker's DNA as a base, which is why it seems to gravitate towards Peter. It's close enough to, this is how I functioned properly the first time.
A lot, you know?
You're 17.
And this is why the suit ends up eating people. It does not know the difference between cancer cells and everything else.
Damn.
Work-life balance, kid. Most important thing. Here.
Web.
So Venom has to eat people and everything else it can find, or otherwise the suit will eat Eddie.
How come I never heard about this?
Because we never finished. We sampled street noise around the way. Wanted the city to be our beat. But your dad...
I'm not sure, Web. If anything, we can do it before.
You can finish what we couldn't. Plus, it'll take your mind off work.
Yeah. Yeah.
Before we start
what do I do?
on the 14th.
Load that up. I'll walk you through it.
What's going on?
I'll set up
Webb's character creation.
Scan the source.
Ah.
Holograms, huh? You stealing my moves?
This was in my playbook before you.
If you want to decide not to do Night in the Woods this weekend, and you could use that Saturday.
Okay.
Chocobo would show up regardless, so.
Scan the holograms and it'll unlock.
Otherwise, just take care of it after the stream.
You figure out which sound you're looking for.
I'm offering suggestions here. You don't gotta take them.
Okay.
Need to be a little closer.
Also, like while the cutscene was playing, and hell, even now, you can see snow landing on the suit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's little bitty, like, individual flakes that just land there and immediately evaporate, but, like, it is there.
There you go. That's the right distance. There you go. Yeah, that's it. Rest of the sounds you need are spread across the city. I left a few messages for you, too, to help you get a feel for each location.
Oh, dope.
Not now. Hey, get something you like?
Yeah, really unique dynamics.
See? Old man still knows his stuff.
And you were right about clearing my head, too. I know what to do about Finn. I gotta see her. Try to talk her out of all this.
In person? Where?
We love him too, Webb.
Tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Because you got a target on your back the size of
Like,
Jersey.
legit, seeing this family dynamic thing going and just the way they bounce off each other, it's sweet.
You know, you said you never finished this tape because of how things went bad between you and Dad. What actually happened between you two?
It was complicated. We were too similar and too different. Finish the tape, get all the samples, and you'll hear the whole story. Promise.
All right, thanks, Unc.
Trinity Church. Remember, Tinker is yours. But leave the boy alone.
Yeah, there it is.
Man, I needed that. I was beat. Okay, I'm gonna call Finn. As soon as I'm ready to go.
So, we can see that Miles' room has changed quite a bit.
Glad my gear survived the move.
He's moved out a lot of his abuela's stuff, except for the TV. The TV's still there.
Also, Advanced Suit Spidey plushie on the shelf.
Yep. It's a bit reminiscent of my own uncles. That were your uncles thieves?
Who doesn't love an ohm meter?
I'm joking.
Nobody. That too.
Also, trophy. Trophies, plural.
When Uncle Aaron gave me this. We gotta get a game going soon.
He is a science whiz.
Mom? Genki? Anyone home? I think it's just me. think that's a well out of protest back in the day. Political fire runs in the family. Mom's room's starting to look like Mom's room. Mom's killing it. No way she's gonna lose.
She's almost reached her goal of $12,000. Holy crap!
Bathroom's been a little crowded with me, Mom, and Genki all here.
Yeah. At the rate she's going. It's in the bag.
Mm-hmm.
Bridge attack didn't slow Mom down at all.
Miles wanted to let you sleep. I'm at campaign headquarters. Text if you need me, Mama.
I'm not careful. Genki's gonna turn into Mom's sidekick.
Yo, dude, helping your mom with social media. It's gonna be it's gonna be fire drawing.
Kinda nice to have the apartment to myself.
Yeah, I'm rooting for Rio too. I'm hoping she gets the city council thing.
Hard to think of Ma as a little kid. A little music would be nice. Gotta ask Uncle Aaron where he got this.
Yeah, I like this. This is nice. This whole apartment. It's very, very cozy. Especially with the Christmas lights.
Yeah. There's just something inherently cozy about Christmas.
You know, I have to wonder, is this like Miles's grandpa on his mom's side? Because this is a very big picture for one man.
Probably. Like, definitely got to be some kind of relative.
Still getting mail here. Gotta forward it to her.
Oh, they've been putting up new wallpaper and stuff. Oh, time for Spider-Man. I'm surprised no one on those other 2 floors ever catch Miles in the act.
All right.
I'd say it's New York. Nobody looks up, but yeah.
Finn, hey, we need to talk. In person.
So you can lie to me again?
So I can make this right. Please. Meet me at Trinity Church. No more lies. I promise.
You're screwing with me? Fine. I'll see you there.
Imagine being the upstairs neighbor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Trinity Church. Let's go.
I like to imagine that, like, the upstairs neighbor knows he's Spider-Man, but just, like, doesn't bother with it, because it's like, eh.
Your dad and I fell asleep listening to this sound every night.
Yeah, he's doing good.
It's got a good beat.
Okay. Something
Like, why should I
wasn't
turn
that
in
was
Spidey?
around when Dad and Uncle Aaron were little.
After all, that Jameson guy's nuts.
Nazis made of bees my ass. Aha!
Maybe something mechanical?
Saw one guy in a falling over.
Oh, damn it, I left the mission area.
Conflicted with Finn. How so?
Hello, friends. This is the Danicast with our debate and...
That's your intro? Lame! We in the business call that burying the lead. Hype it up! Let me ask you something, Danny. Do you ever think about what you're inciting? About your journalistic integrity?
Don't think that's right. Yeah, that's it.
Well, no more so than you do, Jameson.
But your dad and I grew up not far from here, before we moved to Brooklyn in high school. Hearing the clatter of the wheels, the squealing when the trains turn or stop, always makes me think of me and your dad.
No, that would imply he doesn't think about it. I'm sure it's how he puts himself to sleep every night.
I wanted to be a space agent. Dad's dream changed. Doctor, firefighter, social worker. But he always wanted to help people.
Yeah, sounds like Dad.
But yeah, we've kind of skipped over it, but like, the two podcasts have all been leading up to this big debate between Danica and JJ, and we also kind of skipped over that, but it's just more of JJ being freaking crazy and people calling him out on it, and then him calling them out on shit that's like that doesn't even matter.
Honestly, instead of Jameson, he should change his name to McCarthy.
I don't know why, I just sort of do. I mean... I kind of get it.
It's a case of intentions are good, but methods not so much.
The part where she says, like, you lied to me, like, it reminds me of Amber from Invincible, where she gets upset with Mark for everything he does as the superhero Invincible, and lying to her face, when she knew the entire fucking time that he was invincible. She made him feel bad about this shit. When really, like,
This is a good one. Me and your dad
while he did make mistakes, he's also just starting out. And really, he had no reason to trust you with his identity yet.
Yeah.
Conversely, let's compare this to Jimmy Olsen in the new Superman show. Jimmy knew that Clark was Superman the entire time, and openly admits, I was just waiting for you to be comfortable enough to tell me. Hell, even Lois, who was originally angry with him, eventually realizes everything she said to try to win the argument kind of bullshit, and they move past it.
Fire station.
Like, need I say any more? Like, this is how it should go for people who have a functioning brain.
Look, you lied to me. Yeah, well, you lied to me, and I'm not riding your ass about it. I understand why you're going after Roxxon.
So will I.
I know what your story is. You're not even bothering to hear me out.
Because at this point, she's way too determined to ride that supposed moral high ground she thinks she has.
Folks, I've heard differing opinions from my discerning listeners about Roxxon's security rules. On the one hand,
It's not even so much as I acknowledge what's actually going on as just say, I don't want to be wrong.
these are not law
Yeah.
enforcement officers, and do not answer to the same
Like, that's legit all it is. I just don't want to be wrong.
Roxxon has every right to protect its property and interests. And many of the skirmishes people are concerned about started because Spider-Man broke and entered into Roxxon's places of business.
Because I had good reason to be there, JJ.
But I ask, the stranger in a skin-tight suit burst into your bedroom at night, what would you do? No, wait, that was rhetorical. Jared, shut down the comments. You people are sick.
This one was all your dad's idea. You need something that's always in this park. Quiet on their own. Loud in a group.
Loud in a group?
Sad thing is, JJ probably had the most logical reaction to the following inburst of comments ever. People with anonymity and internet access can say some screwed up shit.
That is true.
And I'm pretty sure more than a few of those comments were R-rated.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Probably something you'd always find here. Like birds or trees or... No, not trees.
It's definitely not the skating dude.
Now, here's an idea I thought of just now, but like, they introduced Miles early on, gave him his powers at the end of the first game, gave him a spin-off game to start honing his craft, and now he and Peter are working together in Spider-Man 2.
This was way back.
I feel like the way they want things to go is that Peter will eventually develop past the point of needing to be Spider-Man and either take on the teaching role full-time for new superheroes or just straight up retire and have Miles take over. Like, imagine if things if things keep going the way they are, Peter and MJ eventually do end up starting a family.
Mm-hmm.
And so Miles takes over as Spidey full-time. Like, honestly, that'd be kind of satisfying.
Yeah, it would be. I can imagine some of his villains are like, oh, I miss the old one.
I miss the old one. At least he was funny. Never shut the hell up, but he was funny.
Oh. Webb redeemed a stretch. Oh! Oh!
I know it was meant for you, but I decided to stretch too, and I think I needed that.
Oh, I definitely needed that. I felt something pop.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Your mom lived here right after college. You know that? She and your dad were dating. Three of us spent a
So
lot
I figure
of time.
either later
Yeah, I used to be
today
soft,
or after the
steady
stream tomorrow, I'll be
Soft
looking into the Transformers G1 Season 3 episode list and kind of cherry picking what I feel like we should be keeping and leaving out
Alright.
for Season 3 Sundays.
Got it.
Alive and well.
Yeah, it's subtle, but a good
Just
beat.
like,
Things were good back then.
depending on, I guess it honestly depends on if you want a version of the Hate Plague to have existed in your timeline or not, but if you don't want that Hate Plague thing happening, then we can skip over the Return of Optimus Prime
Your
two-parter.
dad was new to being a cop, and I just started calling myself proud.
Is that
I figured we
the
all
Return of
could
Optimus
see
Prime? Is that where the
job.
Quintessons bring him back?
But last time, your dad's job
The
was mine
second
to
time,
cross
yes.
paths too often.
Man,
Wait,
Uncle
the
Aaron,
second time?
If you would have been anything else, my mom and dad would have supported
If you count
all the
Dark
way.
Awakening as the first. Dark Awakening is the robot zombie Prime. Return of Optimus Prime is him coming back full time.
Oh.
Hey, Pod listeners. This
So
episode
the
is
first
part of
time
the
is when
series
he looked all damaged
Spider-Man recently took them
and
to underground
pretended to
hideout in
be
Greenwich,
like
and we found
pretended
evidence
like
the underground would
he
take
wasn't
over
being
the
controlled by the
Yes,
Quintessons.
the old school crime family.
Dark Awakening is robot zombie
The
Prime.
underground consider themselves a
Monsters.
new class
They
of
made me a
criminals.
weapon
Found the mafia.
to destroy the very
They wanted
ones
to
I
so
loved
they
in
went
life.
after crime families.
Okay, yeah, I don't think
Hammerhead staged
I don't think
a
we
full-on
need to
hate
worry about the
crime
Hate Plague.
which indirectly
I think that
saved
one
the
can go.
underground. Thanks for that, Hammerhead.
Believe me, I would love nothing more than to get rid of that two-parter
Easy to
because,
find someone in the crowd here.
and I have said this a number of times,
Sounds
killing
really
Optimus the
like
first
you're
time was a mistake.
Current.
Bringing him back full time was a bigger mistake.
Nah.
And I say this as a person who loves Optimus Prime in terms of character and concept. As much as I love the character and enjoy having him around, bringing him back full time was a mistake.
Not this way. Oh, that's cool. Love how alive that feels.
After I started calling myself a prowler, met my first client right under this sign. Neon flag's hard to miss, and the crowd makes it easy to blend in. She wanted me to steal a painting. I looked across the square and saw your dad looking back at me.
That said,
Never
even
said
if we don't bring Optimus back, that
Turn
doesn't
left.
necessarily mean the Hate Plague just
know
goes
everything.
away.
Just that I was a
Well, I
thief.
mean, my
The event
idea.
put up around the episode
think you
could
saw
allow
it
the
when
Hate
we
Plague
headed
to still happen.
long before I
If you want to not
You
have
would've
it,
tried to
then
act right
perfectly
sooner,
fine,
would've
I
forgiven
understand.
you.
My idea is that during Dark Awakening, Rodimus was able to save Prime and bring him back. With the Matrix. Allowing him to
I mean, technically, since he was already technically half alive, all Rodimus has to do is just put his spark back.
Yeah. And he reformats into G2 Laser Optimus.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Upon Optimus coming back, Optimus could legit just refuse the Matrix. It's not mine to carry anymore.
Like saving Optimus, like that.
In and of itself, that in and of itself would be very much in character for Optimus. It's not mine to carry anymore.
Like saving his life like that.
Even when it's just telling time.
Like, let alone all the other stuff Rodimus had managed to do.
A sound that tells time. Okay.
It proved to Optimus that Hot Rod was the right choice.
Like, I can just picture Optimus is just looking over the records of what's happened with the Autobots since he died, and he's seeing all this good stuff that's happened under Rodimus. Several interstellar peace conferences. Cybertron has a new generator helping to restore some of the drained power. In this timeline, the Decepticons are actually in negotiations with the Autobots to return to Cybertron in exchange for a permanent ceasefire.
He said it sounded like a celebration.
He's not quite sure who the heck this Galvatron character is, but for whatever reason, it feels familiar. And I say this specifically because there's a line, several, cut from The Return of Optimus Prime that both the ones that make it and the ones that didn't basically outright confirm Optimus somehow knows Galvatron as Megatron.
Your dad had just graduated from the police academy. I didn't go to the ceremony, so I met him here after. Bought us some milkshakes. Strawberry for him, peanut butter for me. Don't know why I remember that. He said he couldn't cover for me anymore if I got in trouble. I told him I was done with that life. I was lying, but he believed me for a while. At least pretended to.
Man, things got complicated between them.
But yeah, like in my timeline, like Optimus is alive, retired, obviously, but still offering like counsel and advice.
He's basically taken Ultra Magnus's role, just in a non-combat capacity.
Mm-hmm.
Optimus has fought his war, and he's long since done.
Like he lives in a little place. Like he lives in a tucked away place in Iacon with Alita.
I was about to actually mention that, because after the search for Alpha Trion in Season 2, we never see Elita or her group of Autobots again. The closest we get is a pseudo-animation error where, as we see the golden age of Cybertron in a flashback in the beginning of Season 3,
crime report. Weapon steal.
we see Elita's character model being used for a bunch of generic female Autobots.
Ah.
This plaza and the blocks around it are alive with sound. What you're looking for is light, distinct.
Light, huh? Okay.
I can imagine Optimus giving Rodimus two specific warnings, though. 2 items to keep protected at all costs. One of which Rodimus already knows about is the Matrix, but for a different reason than he was expecting. The Matrix of Leadership, much like Alpha Trion long before us, is a first-generation product of Vector Sigma. It is, in effect, an alternative key. If you are going to have new generations of bots come to life, you need that safe.
Guy paid me to mug his boss.
Okay.
I bring this up because it is in fact actually continuity brought up in the series finale, the 3-part The Rebirth episode. Optimus talks to Alpha Trion in Vector Sigma by realizing the shell of the Matrix could act as an alternative key because it and Vector Sigma are connected.
You and Dad would have stayed close.
So I just further elaborated on how that connection came to be, and well, here you are. And this key has the bonus of not cyberforming everything you pointed at.
Oh.
And the other thing that came from the Rebirth that Rodimus would have to keep safe, the key to the plasma energy chamber. If you remember that plot point from Beast Machines, this is where it came from.
Oh.
It was introduced in G1's series finale. The plasma energy chamber is supposedly the location where the first Autobot bodies were forged by the Quintesson. But that plasma energy is so unstable and unpredictable that they just don't use it. Otherwise, they could have powered Cybertron with it. Ultimately, it is through manipulating the plasma energy chamber alongside solar energy in the ending of the series that they return Cybertron to its golden era state.
Have fun with this one.
Okay.
I had a repeat client I always met here. Got real used to
By implausibly turning a rocket in reverse and changing it from output to intake and turning it into a giant goddamn vacuum. I don't get it either. But, yeah. Even if we want to just make the hate plague itself like a footnote, I did offer her a scenario where Rodimus could have taken care of it himself. He legit just pulled the madness into the Matrix where the wisdom literally just destroyed it.
Okay. Probably
In much the same way his comic book counterpart in the Marvel UK comics pulled Unicron's essence into the Matrix and kept him effectively suppressed in there.
Oh, alliteration. Fairy horns. That's right.
Client I met here used to take the ferry over from Jersey. Work for him was good money, but he got busted. He's how your dad found out about the problem. Not that it was me, but that a thief was making it big in New York, and your dad volunteered for the case.
Something on schedule.
I could feel him
like
closing in.
A ship.
I had to try and guess which would be worse. I told him, but he caught me.
That'd be me. I don't know what I'd do. That can't be the only reason Dad cut him off. Not if he fessed up. Just wasn't Dad.
Hey, young blood, you got almost everything you need for the trap. You just unlocked the spot where you could find the last piece. Hope it works for you.
Spot in Harlem. Wonder what the last piece is.
Unless he didn't fess up and got caught.
Either way, it'd be bad. Oh, no, not Trinity Church! Oh, fuck. I didn't mean to do that. can't damn it. I was gonna change my suit for this.
That was a hell of a way to tell me you're Spider-Man. What if I'd killed you?
You want me to feel bad because you almost killed me?
I
Oh,
want
well.
you to stop lying to me. I let you in the underground because I thought you understood.
I do understand. What Krieger did to Rick? Roxxon needs to pay. Not like this.
This is the only way I can beat him. I need you to look the other way. Please.
I can't. I made a promise.
So did I. Why'd you pick here?
Dad brought us to that concert. 7 choirs from 7 countries. Remember? Ghana was my favorite.
Ghana wasn't there. You're thinking of Guinea.
No, I'm pretty sure it was Ghana.
Guinea, Belize, Poland, Cuba.
South Korea, Thailand, Venezuela. You're right.
I usually am.
Usually. What?
Whoa!
Oh, great. Alexi, didn't you have enough yet?
What's funny is, like, when we first see him, parts of his armor are gone, presumably because of Doc Ock. But now, there's more armor on him!
She was going to be a handful. I guess I was hoping that you and me would see eye to eye.
Where are we?
You're behind the curtain, bud. This is our most secure facility. And here the sausage gets made.
You're a real prick, you know that?
You know,
So what you're telling me is we're in the room where it
All you did
happens.
was put your name on the patent.
Yes,
You
I
said the
did
only
just
thing you
I
could
did
do
just make a Hamilton
was sell
reference.
other people's ideas.
Hey, if it fits.
but let's not dwell, right? The first thing we're gonna do is I'm gonna... Wow! That is awesome. Are those involuntary defenses? Oh man, that's hot. You see, I'm gonna get that mask off you. And then I'm gonna find out what makes you tick. Because you just smell like next level bioengineering. And you know what that smells like to me, kid? That smells like money.
Wow.
Okay, I'm gonna hit the gym. Leg day, can't skip it. Get her to tell us what my new form is.
You know, I think this costume actually works better for this scene because of the involuntary defense thing.
Yep.
Time to finish what we started on the bridge.
Plus the heads-up display.
Also, with how beat up he gets, he can come up with like a story excuse for why he doesn't like it gets so beaten up that he can't use it anymore. Like, look at all this damage.
Whoa.
God, I'm reminded of the last time I entered the Pit
Are you
DLC.
okay? They were gonna kill you. Holy shit.
Tougher than I look, huh?
Let's find a way out of here.
So the damage looks like it's disappeared, but for the sake of headcanon, I'm gonna say it broke off and just kind of return, like it just went back to this.
I will be, once we're out. I'm shutting off security cams. Can you check that computer? What did you find?
There's the exit. Through this office. We have to lift the base lockdown first, from the control room.
First, we need to escape the security wing. I'll go down to the floor, see what we're dealing with.
So see, I was able to find a way to spin the accidental mistake into something that we could actually use.
Yep.
Hello.
It's unlocked. I'm headed to the floor.
Right above you.
That security door is our way out, but I'll have to hack a few terminals to disable the alarm.
I'll handle the security goons.
Security cameras are down in the south wing.
Rhino probably turned them off. Heard he wanted to question.
Oh, this is like the
That other guy could get even Spider-Man to squeal.
This is kind of like the Grand Central Station mission with MJ, except you're playing as Spider-Man instead.
No, he's just a tool. Pulling machine. An outside agent gave us their location.
Should have brought coffee.
Word of advice. Watch what you say around Krieger.
Yeah.
Seems relaxed. He's got a short fuse.
I noticed. Seen him go through 3 different assistants in less than a month.
And in both cases, neither Spidey nor partner are seeing truly eye to eye in the moment.
Yep.
Way's clear.
You pull duty at the plaza yet? We're working overtime to get that place open next week.
Yeah, I'm on rotation coming
Running a cipher.
Seems like the whole future of the company's staked on that place.
Man down! We got...
Okay, ready for another computer.
Like,
Shift's almost up.
man.
I'll be honest, there in the
Blowing up the plaza is a bad idea.
in the talk that Finn and Miles had before they got captured, I was hoping Miles would drop the "with great power" line, but he never did.
Nope.
Let's just focus on getting out.
I just wanted to see it piss her off.
But we're gonna talk about this.
Target is nearby. Remain alert.
Like, what kind of childish, saccharine fairy tale crap is that?
We've got an intruder.
It's a lesson my dad taught me. And some friends have reinforced.
Sorry.
Okay, I'm shorting the battery. I need you to trigger the override back there.
On it. Looks like some kind of record archive.
Like, I can just picture that being the gut punch there. It's a lesson my dad taught me and friends have reinforced.
Triggering the override. There's a voice memo on here.
Sir, the police are asking about Rhino. What do we tell them?
Our man at the raft is setting up a special work release program. Tell the police Rhino's doing a little community service.
Can't believe they got away with this.
Door's unlocked, but I need you to force it open.
Can do.
Power is used to help, not hurt. What you're doing isn't helping anyone, it's a temper tantrum.
Yeah, pretty much.
I can't let them go until I have my new form.
You shouldn't even be here. Your muscle was only supposed to grab the girl.
Yeah, he didn't like that. Here's the deal, bud. Spider-Man's the best leverage I got against Miss Mason. I mean, you caught them together. Well, I mean, you caught them, but it was thanks to your intel, so clearly there's something going on there.
You agreed to leave the kid alone.
Like, funny how the guy dressed as a giant spider is acting more mature than you in the moment.
How you see it. It's just so paternal.
Let Spider-Man go, and I'll get you new form. Feed you underground intel, whatever you want.
See? Leverage. Works every time.
Spider-Man.
Here's leverage for you. I've seen things. New form making people sick. What you did to Rick Mason. If I went public...
Yeah, but you won't. Here's the deal. You're a wanted thief. Plus all the jobs we've done together. But you'd be in the cell right next to mine. And we both know you're a little too self-serving for that. So, we're gonna head in and check on Miss Mason and Spider-Man. But it's kind of an invite-only party. Yeah. Bye.
This guy is such a douchebag.
Yeah, they definitely did a good job writing him to make us hate him.
Mm-hmm.
Wait. Do you know that guy? Is that the reason we got captured?
No. It's... I knew he worked with Roxxon, but I didn't think he'd sell me out.
I can't believe this. You led me into a trap. Why do I keep listening to you?
Oh my God, Finn, shut up!
There has to be an explanation. I didn't know this would happen.
Just say it. Let's keep moving.
Finn, you're trying to blow people up.
They initiated a lockdown. That's the control room we have to get into.
So we need past those security shutters.
Got a maintenance panel here, but it needs power.
Let me see what I can do.
Yeah, I made mistakes, and you are actively attempting to kill people. We are not the same.
I can't hotwire the shutters, but I can move machinery, like that crane.
Maybe we can use that. I'll look around.
They build engines for their APCs in here. Hey, I can raise and lower that crane. Is that useful?
Hey, crane's over this engine thing now.
Engine thing. I've got an idea. Can you move the crane back to the assembly line?
Yeah, think I know where you're headed.
I mean, at least she's not taking every opportunity to, like... To dunk on him for lying to her.
Laser sorted out.
You know she wants to, though.
Yeah.
The laser shorted, but it still works. Needs a new power source.
Like, let's be real here. She wants to. She's just prioritizing getting out first.
Those nodes and some webs. We route power to the laser.
Like, self-righteous, temper tantruming egos like hers, like, she is definitely thinking of all the ways she's gonna make your life hell for this once you're out of here.
Glass is in the way. There's a node on that crane.
How am I supposed to get rid of the glass? Yeah, I didn't think that would work.
Move the crane so my webs reach the laser. You're good. Use a laser.
One laser coming up.
Perfect. If I overcharge the engine, it'll be explosive.
And explosive is just what we need to destroy those shutters.
And punch!
Get down!
Let's go. Almost out. That's our way out. Give me a few minutes to get it open.
Looks like they guessed our plan.
Not hard. There's only one exit.
All right, I'll take care of those guards. You get that door open.
One thing. Did you ever think about calling me to tell me you were Spider-Man?
Either they guessed your plan or you set off an alarm.
After my parents died, Rick basically had to become my dad. I thought I'd miss having a brother, but I had you.
Oh, here it is. I told you she was waiting for it.
Get this door open!
Oh, I just panicked with the web.
Fine, just go.
Oh,
guys with
great.
the lights on their helmets can spot heat signatures. They'll see you if you try to go invisible.
Wonder how much of their R&D department is dedicated to fighting us.
Probably millions of dollars in untaxed money. You clear the floor, I'll work on overriding security so we can get out. I can still access machinery if you need me to move anything.
You good in there?
Yeah, those webs are holding the door. Whole base is on alert though, so be careful.
Guards that can see you when you go invisible because of heat signatures.
They gotta come through.
Funny, that feels familiar.
Tinker is tricky. Rhino said they're working
Almost
together.
like I had someone do exactly that in the MDC2 thing.
Enemy of my enemy. Should have brought coffee.
She was always this easy.
Bonk.
I think Fox sent you.
All units, I've got a man down. Keep this region secure.
What? You didn't see me.
They know you're here. They're calling reinforcements.
Guess I'm doing this the loud way.
Whoa, what was that?
Got him in my sight!
What is this?
Enough! Weapon free!
I think after this, I'll call it a stream. We are just... Oh, we are almost at 3 hours.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Listen, I know you don't trust me.
Right, I don't.
What can I do to change that?
Stop going behind my back. And stop acting like I haven't thought this through. No one will get hurt when I take down the plaza. No one except Roxxon. You know they deserve it.
Just promise to talk it through with me, okay? Just promise to listen.
So,
Really
fun
listen.
fact.
I've made up my mind, Miles.
Peter Parker as Spider-Man had a hilarious habit of attempting to try out for teams by essentially showing he can take on all of them at once,
Be in the showroom on the far side of the assembly.
only to end up deciding not to join the team when he realized he couldn't get paid. This happens with the Fantastic Four and to a degree with the X-Men.
Looks like they locked the doors. I'll find another way.
The X-Men especially find him irritating.
Oh yeah, I remember this one comic where Storm just fucking ate his guts.
Do you have proof? Because I don't think the word of two vigilantes is gonna convince people.
There's gotta be a way. I think that's the exit. Hey.
Now, Pete eventually did get in Wolverine's good graces at least.
Krieger has a lab?
He and Logan have this weird little brother, older, psychotic, just got out of jail brother dynamic in one of the comics I got.
Wait. All the current Newsfront project data's on here. Toxicity reports, failed safety reviews, and Krieger's name's on everything. This would destroy Roxxon.
You like my new color? Immune to your little zappy pops.
Zappy Pops? Come on, man.
Now, we finish this!
You handle Rhino, I'll take the guard.
Let's go for a ride. We need to break his armor.
I will give you good death.
A good death. Damage his armor.
It's a warrior thing. You wouldn't get it, Miles. Or Finn.
Miles, maybe. Miles is a warrior in some respects.
Yeah, but I don't think he understands the whole... I don't think he Whoa!
Maybe if I charge the engine. You guys take a turn?
Ow.
Uh-oh. Tank?
Guess Roxxon didn't plan for exploding engine blocks when they designed the new armor.
Put him down! Permanently!
I'm not gonna kill the guy. That's not how we work.
And that is why I lose.
Here! Yes! That fancy armor's looking a little shabby, Rhino.
Yeet.
Roxxon armor's disabled! You're up!
On it. Ready for zapping pops, big guy?
I do not like you. This woman is fierce.
Yeah. Yeah, she is.
He's stunned! We've almost got him!
Boom!
You ready for a nap?
I do not.
Wait. Just make sure he doesn't do anything. Be right back.
You know, probably should have sent her to do that.
It'll shut Roxxon down the right way.
You know, Krieger told me how your brother died. Very amusing.
Shut up.
He also told me it was your fault.
Krieger updated the reactor. Tried to supercharge it to make his deadline. If Finn goes through with her plan... Oh my god.
Yeah, you should have sent her to take the data.
You want to die. Helpless.
No, no, no! Go to hell.
Because then she would have seen that!
Ben, what the hell?
Oh, she's throwing another temper tantrum.
At least I can excuse her getting pissed off this time. Rhino struck several nerves.
Ben, the reactor.
Come near me again. I'll kill you.
But we're family.
My family's dead.
Can't keep. I need help.
I'm gonna go grab a washcloth. Some antibiotics.
Miles? Where have you...
Pero qué pasó?
I didn't realize this is where she
What are you wearing?
where she learned.
I have to tell you something.
Finn's attacking the plaza.
Yeah.
So that was you chasing her through the city. As Spider-Man. You could have died.
I wonder if in his explanation now Mio knows that Pete's the other Spider-Man.
I feel like I feel like Miles would have at least kept that
How to keep
secret.
yourself safe? But this?
Didn't want you to worry.
If not, she would have at
And the
least
other
figured it out on her
Spider-Mans
own.
just keep making things worse and worse.
This Peter guy just starts getting involved, you develop powers, you become Spider-Man.
You start hanging around Peter more and also Spider-Man.
And then when Peter's gone, so is that other Spider-Man.
That's all a hero really is. Someone who's brave for the people they love.
Like, Rio's not stupid.
Yeah.
Just a guy who doesn't give up.
Gloria's handling Feast, and Teo's gonna help us go door to door.
Perfect. Let's get this evacuation started. I'll meet you outside. You remind me more of your father every day.
And that is really sweet.
The fact that she doesn't tell him to stop.
Not only does she not tell him to stop, she comforts him when he's like, okay, I done screwed up. And that line, you remind me more of your father every day.
We need to evacuate before me and your mom go door to door.
Okay, cool. I wanted to say, thanks for always having my back, man. Hey, I could use your help before you go.
I guarantee you his father would have been proud of him.
Oh, absolutely.
With buildings that could store a new form. Maybe you could hack Oscorp surveillance towers, or...
I'm in. It'll take a while to narrow down.
That's all right. Thanks, man. Gonna stretch my legs a little, then head out.
Oh. There's more added to his room now. Including a TV! How long was he out?
To go down in
Damn.
Harlem. I hope our place survives it. Definitely feeling like mom's space now.
Oh, they removed the portrait. Or painting.
Probably just took it down until they were done with the walls.
Yeah.
I'm not sure a pre-hero wing snack is the best idea right now.
Gotta keep your strength up, man.
Also, I saw that Spider-Man graffiti out there.
Yeah, that's in the beginning of the game, if you remember.
Yeah.
Got some time while Genki tracks down Finn. I should check
Also,
that.
the Skull's wearing a Santa hat.
Yep.
See if people need help.
Alright. One last thing before I end the stream. Because I was going to do this before I did Trinity Church, so... Also, more snow! Yay!
Abandoned subway tunnels. Guess a good thief needs a good hideout. Whoa! I'm kind of jealous of his lair. The lab. Basement thing. My mom bought him this at a flea market. It was a joke about... can't remember. Uncle Aaron's got tabs all over the city. He must have been building his network for years.
A pig with wings. Ha!
When pigs fly.
Always making upgrades. I definitely got my suit patching skills from Uncle Aaron. He was always way better at guitar than me. He used to come to our place for dinner all the time. Guess he never learned to cook. Sequencer? Sampler? Vintage? Oh, has to be him and Dad's equipment. Maybe I should take a few swings. Nah, I'd probably break it.
That's kind of sad, actually. Never learned to cook.
Yeah.
Use the sounds.
You probably would.
Frequency lock? Something new every day.
And I love that little head bob. He's vibing to it.
Kid. Hope the suit fits.
That's even the word I'm looking for.
You asked why me and your dad stopped talking. He was investigating us proudly. It led him to my clients, people like
He's
Simon
just jamming out.
Wilson Fisk. Dad couldn't afford to make enemies like that. Not with you and Rio in the picture. So I told him. Hoped he'd back off, and he did. For good. He didn't want me around. Didn't want you to turn out like me. Hope this suit helps you be better. Take care, Spider-Man.
Thank you, Uncle Aaron, for everything.
I mean, this just makes him look like a mini Prowler, man.
The black and green looks so good.
Yeah, it does.
This might just be my favorite suit so far.
Oscorp Science Center. It's closed for renovations.
Especially for the emotional attachment it has for Miles now.
Mm-hmm.
That's how she's gonna finish making the new form unstable enough to blow up Roxxon Plaza.
Whoa. It's like she picked it to get back
Especially the glowing green eyes. That is...
Thanks,
just,
Genki.
that's amazing.
There's like a version of this suit, or like a color variant of it in 2. I've seen it in screenshots.
Know what'll happen if she goes through with her plan. And if she won't listen, I'll take the new form. Destroy it if I have to.
Alright. We're going to end it here for today. So, thank you all for watching. This has been Vegas Bear.
And Meikumon. With
As
brief
well,
appearance by Taro.
as well as Taro and Webb, who, for various reasons, had to go. But, yeah, tomorrow we should be doing Night in the Woods.
Hooray, Meikumon Borowski gets another turn.
Hopefully Chocobo won't wake up choosing violence.
I still haven't forgiven him for the pizza crusts.
It's so fucking weird, dude. But, yeah. And then we will be back on Monday with what might be the finale of Spider-Man now that, Miles Morales, now that I think about it.
And then it's just more spooky games until Spider-Man 2 shows up, I guess.
Yep. After we're done this, it's every day is gonna be spooky game. Oh boy.
We still can't figure out how to make Super Robot Wars work.
Yep.
We really do need to just pick a day to sit down and figure that out.
Yeah.
Like, just select a day, say, okay, stream's canceled for maintenance that day, and figure something out.
It has to be something to do with your phone signal, man.
Maybe.
But,
like, sometimes it works and sometimes it don't.
Yeah. But until then, thank you all for watching, and we will see you guys next time. Peace.